So, um, a video I recently made, I put down God. I don't believe in most of the Old Testament, and the Old Testament really doesn't matter. The New Testament is what matters. And again, what kind of God is a jealous God? Or, like, that's being jealous is evil. So, doesn't make any sense. And to fear God, it doesn't make any sense. To reverence someone, to respect someone, to honor someone is different than fearing them. So why even use that word? Oh, you don't understand. It's not fearing, it's revering. Well, then say reverence, honor, respect. I respect, honor Jesus for coming down to take away all my narcissist sins. And the concept of pick up my cross and bury it, and pick up my cross and carry it. I was forced to carry all my insane abusers' crosses. And that's reality. Jesus did die on the cross for my narcissist sins. And for my sin, my major sin, hating the insane abusers, which is righteous anger, but didn't do me any good, did it? Kept me depressed as hell. It kills you to hate, but of course, it's natural for a victim to hate their abuser. And I don't understand this world whatsoever at all. It really is a crazy, insane world. Backwards. And evil does reign on this earth. Unfortunately. I mean, it's pretty evident that it does. Because in all reality, none of my insane abusers, they didn't have to suffer. They didn't go through anything. What they put me through. Now, I had a cold heart, and it's wrong for me to stay dead because of them. So I let them win if I keep on hating them. But I was taught to hate and hold grudges. Unfortunately, both my parents did that. So I was taught, that was like really ingrained to me, that I have the worst of both my parents, which they were worst, backstabbing, and they held grudges. So, and it really sucks to have your life controlled by meanies. It really is. So, in my opinion, God never wanted anybody to suffer, and the only reason why he died on that cross was for all my narcissist sins and my righteous anger against them, but I can't be angry. Like, oh, okay, the hardest thing for a victim is they have to accept what was done to them and move on. You usually have, there usually should be, one good person in your life. I didn't have that. I didn't have that after late Susan Chappelle, I mean, pretty much everyone, like, worked against me. Like, you know, and understand my situation was horrendous, you know? I really don't even understand my, pay after late Susan Chappelle. I lived on top of, an abuser. And, I understand. I had to live with my boyfriend that was less abusive. Yeah, it's counseling's bad because it's good to get out hurt, but it should be done and over with. Counseling will you know, keep your hell that was created for you alive. I mean, it's useless me talking about my past. It totally is. There's nothing good to remember at all. You know, that much. You know. And it's just, man, I don't understand trauma bonding, but yeah, I can't. I mean, I went through it, the trauma bonding, and to be connected to, you know, an insane abuser just wants to destroy your life. You know, like, it's weird that, I have to get my point across. Well, you can't. They're in denial. They're the craziest people on the planet. They won't admit to one of their sins. Yeah, I don't even like the word sin. Wrong. Sin. Just wrong. Just wrong. There's too much wrong on this earth. So I really love that Instagram of an 82-year-old. Wow. Super, super impressive. Wow. She's like the way to be. She's like, that's the way to be. And yeah, I don't want to know anything negative. It doesn't help to know anything negative at all. I don't want to know. It doesn't do any good. Now, it does do good to get the victim away from their abuser. That would be nice. Take away the abuser. I mean, and then the victim can move on. But there's no way that the victim can do anything if they're in contact with their abuser. No way at all. Nothing can be done. You know, they just continually attack them, destroying them to death. You know? So life is hard because of insane abusers, and life is backwards. So Jesus is God, and he did die on the cross for my insane narcissist who created hell into my life. That's what my Jesus died for, okay? And he died for my hate to them, which got me nowhere. So, correct that. But, no, I mean, the world's crazy, and nobody knows the real beginning, and, you know, the thought that we're all gods. Okay, well, there's truth in that, right? Okay, now there's truth there. Um, what about all the really bad people? Okay, so yeah, that's where it's bad. There's a nice. It looks like a nice narcissist on YouTube. I can't believe, I don't think that narcissists have feelings. Okay, I really don't. I knew 2. I knew 3 never cried. Never saw them cry. So, yeah, they're pretty bad. No emotions. No. So yeah, yeah, like that young man that he interviewed an 82-year-old lady, and he's like, well, what's wrong? There is too much information, and you don't want to know all the information. It doesn't help you out. It doesn't. Ignorant is bliss. The more you know, the more wearisome you become. And God, I just wanted to die like over half my life because of all the insane abusers. It's not my fault. It's their fault. They should be ashamed for making me feel that bad. What the hell's the matter with them? Creating all that hell into my life. Bullshit. So, I do still think that Jesus is God. But it's just a big, huge question mark, taking out all the Vatican, changing everything around, and taking out all the books. Forbidden knowledge, well, just keep it forbidden, because, it doesn't really help me out, except, it makes sense that, let's see, it's just, confusing. But that is truth. But then you got how many insane abusers out there. So that's the problem that you have. It's not like, oh, we are all one and we're all gonna get together. No, there's way too much evil out there, okay? And that evil has to be destroyed. And that hope would be God destroys this earth in fire. It is. Nobody knows. It would be nice if the bad just disappears. And people who, I do still. I don't see how people talk to God every day. God talks through people. And sometimes you have the right video at the right time to watch. Or, you meet somebody that's really kind, which barely ever happens, but, yeah. So I should make my videos more professional, but yeah, anybody can make a video. So, Cody made videos, and he was interested. He was like, well, you guys know me more than I do, because, well, he should know himself. I don't get this world at all, that there is no real help for the victim. It's just the world's too chaotic. The world's too insane. I really, really hate all the abusers in my life saying that I was crazy. That's just not right. Okay, a few of them didn't. Um, so, um, yeah, just deliberately forget. They're mean. You deliberately forget all the meanings, everything. I don't understand why rich people can't, like, really help out the poor. So that's, okay, that's the bottom line of who God is. God would be the Good Samaritan. So how many people would just let a guy or girl be robbed and left, beaten up and left for dead on the side of the road? How many people would just walk on by? How many people would just walk on by? All the TV evangelists. It's pretty bad. It's really, really sad world you live in. That's like my proof of like who God is. What would God do? God would go and help him out and take him to a lodging area and pay for a couple nights, and you know what? If he needs more, then I'll give it to him. That's the way it should be. Just that's simple. I don't like half the Bible. And the Bible doesn't make any sense. The Bible does contradict itself in the New Testament also. It doesn't make any sense. You can't say one thing and then... And I don't read the Bible. I don't read. So, Ecclesiastes, it does... Solomon, the wisest man in the world, he contradicted himself, saying, it's better that you were never born than to see the evil that's done under the sun. And then at the end of Ecclesiastes, it contradicted itself, saying, well, it's better to be alive than a dead dog, or something stupid like that. It's better that you're an alive dog instead of a dead horse, or I don't know what. He's like an example of an animal. It's better to be alive. Well, it's contradictory. And there's lots of that in the Bible. So, the Bible's pretty messed up. The Vatican's did a nice job of messing up the Bible. I don't even want to know what the evil Pope the Vatican does. I don't even want to know. What for? God, it just makes you more depressed. God, I don't want to know tragedy. That's why different people said that, I have a headache all the time. Like, worried all the time. And like, so, the world doesn't make any sense. That, I think instead of saying, it got really bad, it was always bad. Well, it did get a lot worse. And I hope that God is able to destroy the earth with fire, and that's it. They're vaporized. What is man's life but a vapor? James 4:14. That's his. That's what your life is. You're vaporized. If you're not a Jesus person, because something has to stop all the hell that's going on. So I don't know. Somehow it has to be separated. But not separated. I mean, just make it go away. Destroy it. Somewhere in the Bible says, do not be afraid of man who just can destroy the body, but be afraid of God, who can destroy the body and the soul. So that to me, you're vaporized. Everyone has a soul, even animals, but it'd be nice if you could just take evil out of people. That'd be alright. Just the world's too complicated. Just a headache. I didn't realize this was 20 minutes.